Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. My name is Jen, the techie homemaker, and I've got my coffee in my hand and we are ready to chat about some tech and Etsy, and I'm gonna give you all the details on relaunching an Etsy shop that I've had for a while. I have had this Etsy store for several years, honestly, and mostly it's been used for some handmade products like crocheting. I have a great love for tactile fiber arts of any kind, and I have always loved the idea of opening an Etsy shop to be able to sell some of those items, which some of them have sold, but it's not something I've been super consistent with and keeping up with. And then I've also had where I've switched gears completely and did some digital products like some birthday card invitations and gender reveal cards, which I have a lot of fun making also. So it's always been a struggle for me of which direction do I go with my Etsy store? Do I stick to physical products? Do I stick to digital products? And if I'm being honest, I can just never decide. I want to do both. So I headed over to AI to give it a basis foundation of the things that I like to make with regards to handmade physical products and the new idea I had for digital products, to see how we could take those two things and combine it into one shop, because I am all about keeping things simple and I didn't want to have two separate shops. That would have been probably the way to go, to do two separate shops, but I don't want the upkeep of two separate spaces for these things. I just want everything under one kind of umbrella with a name that matches everything that I'm all about. So I'm going to share with you kind of 3 phases I went through with this whole Etsy shop. So we're talking about the foundation and branding phase, and then some product creation tips, and optimization, and then kind of how I'm planning to use it moving forward and scaling and adding to this shop as I keep progressing in this process. So this is new to me. I am not an expert in Etsy whatsoever, though I have done it for years. But I do love using technology to help me make this whole process faster, which is what I want to show you. If you're interested in an Etsy store or using this anywhere in your small business, these tips could be helpful. First thing that I did was getting everything ready for the foundation and the branding. So we're talking colors, logos, banners, the shop name, all of these things. So first I had to come up with a name, and like I mentioned, I really was trying to figure out how to get these together. So the first thing I did was head over to AI and I gave it everything, and I mean everything, about all the things that I like to make, I could possibly think about selling, whether I had the intentions to actually sell every single one of those things, but all of the ideas that are spiraling in my mind, so that it's out and on the screen paper to be able to be processed with the AI and kind of brainstorming through some name ideas together. Some of the names that it gave me, it went through some different ideas, from a more cozy home mom vibe to, I would say, like a more business type vibe, which I mean is what I'm going for, but I didn't want it to sound overly businessy, right? So here are the 5 ideas that we narrowed it down to: FiberTechStudio, Stitch and Bit, Thread and Pixel, Techie Thread Co., and the Crafty Tech Cottage. I thought all of these honestly were fantastic names. It did take both the fiber arts, whether it was with the word thread or stitch, fiber, crafty, and combined it with some word for tech, whether that was pixel, bit, putting all this under one shop, which I absolutely loved. You're probably asking, which one of these did I end up going with? Honestly, I did all of this the other night and I let it just sit there so I could think through it overnight. I also asked several different AI chatbots, because I don't just talk to one, I talk to all of them. And one of them said Thread and Pixel. I was set on FiberStudio, the FiberTechStudio, and then after more conversations, I was set on Thread and Pixel. Well, I went to Etsy, I typed in being able to change my current name to Thread and Pixel, and sadly it was already taken because it is a fantastic name. So the new Etsy shop is FiberTechStudio, which I also love. So the next step then was to think through some branding, colors, and specifically the logo. So if you've not tried to make a logo with Etsy, you should with AI, you should totally go and make a logo using the AI generators, image generators. It is fantastic. You can, before you go in and have it give you the logo, you can give it all kinds of information from colors you want to use or the type of feel that you want it to have. So I went and did this in Google Gemini, and I'll show you just a couple up here on the screen that it popped out and gave me. I also did it in Canva AI, and I will tell you that different AIs generate different images, just like different people have different ideas and opinions. The AIs come up with different ways to express this logo in different colors, styles, all the things. So if you're not happy with one AI, go try it in another one and see if you like it better. That's what I did, and I love all of the options, which is part of my problem. I just need to simplify the process and get things posted and moving. So once I did that, we settled on this for the logo. And then I needed to also make a banner for the top of the Etsy shop. Now, when it comes to doing this with the images, I did copy and paste the logo into Canva to be able to use it for these things. But you could also recreate it if you wanted to in Canva, changing up some of the elements that are on it. So you don't have to use exactly what is there that it gives you from the AI. I did for the logo, but for the banner, I kind of just took that as my overall idea, and then I headed to Canva to create the banner and size it correctly, put the text in the center where I wanted it, all of those kind of things. But it gave me something to start from so that I wasn't starting from scratch, because I'm the type of person that will scroll through all of the elements in the library of pictures before deciding what to put on it. So having AI just generate these things for me takes some of the guesswork and thought process out of it so that I can see what it could look like and then recreate it kind of in my own way. Second kind of phase of this Etsy rebrand, I already had some physical products I was going to use, and they're the crochet dishcloths, but I needed some kind of packaging label. So I went and used AI for that and came up with this fun little packaging label. I absolutely love this label. I think it's so cute. But I wanted something simple, minimal. I put all of those words in when I prompted AI, saying what I wanted, and this was what it gave back to me. Again, I'm using AI with Canva. If you're interested to see how I specifically do that, let me know in the comments. I am happy to do a tutorial. But this is just kind of an overview of how I went through this entire process. So I used it for my physical products in that way. I also used it to help me create the digital products. I am all about my house is full of teenagers and they're always on their screens. So though I am the techie homemaker, I want my kids to be off tech a little bit more. And I came up with this fun tech-free challenge cards that I wanted the kids to be able to pull one of, and it just has some goofy, funny thing that they can do that takes them off their screens for 5, 10, 20 minutes at a time and gets them doing something productive, and it helps build life skills. So I had the idea in my mind of this is what I wanted to do, but I wasn't sure how to fully implement the entire idea. So that's when I bring in AI to kind of help me figure out exactly what I want these challenge cards to look like. It kind of gave me some ideas, but honestly, they weren't super great. So I kept kind of spinning off of those ideas. So it's just a great way to brainstorm. It's not having it necessarily write the entire digital product for you or coming up with the entire thing. It takes some tweaking and back and forth, because it just needs some help and guidance, but it definitely helps point you in the right direction, which is what I'm all about. Because the AI already had all the information for what I was creating for this digital product, I could then ask it to go ahead and create an Etsy title for this product and a description. And I will tell you, the first one, the title was too long. You only get 140 characters for Etsy title. Clearly the AI bot doesn't know that because it was, I think, like 150 or something. So it still takes some tweaking is what I'm trying to just portray out here. Like, AI is not perfect. It needs some help, but it gives me something solid to start with and then make my own tweaks and adjustments to it. Same thing for the description. The layout was not what I wanted. It throws in a lot of extra verbiage that I'm not all about. So I copy, pasted, deleted, added different words and things to the description, but it gives you that kind of bare bones structure to start with. So if you're starting from scratch, you don't know how to do it, you can head to AI and get a brainstormed idea so that you have something to go from and then make it your own. So that's kind of how I've gotten to these first products being listed up on the shop. I'm getting ready to launch this first digital product with these screen-free challenge cards. I think they're super fun. They're meant for tweens and early teens. I don't think my older teens would think it's very fun or cool, but I just love the idea of finding ways to get them off their screens these days and out into the real world. The next part of all of this is really just scaling my products and adding to it, brainstorming some more with AI, coming up with some new and fresh ideas. And I absolutely love using AI to brainstorm in this way. Again, it's not perfect. It's not a copy and paste and you're done. So it does take some back and forth and some tweaking to get it where you want it at, but it is a great starting place and I love using AI for that. I hope you've enjoyed listening to me babble on about this new Etsy shop. If you want to go check it out, I will put the link down in the description. And if you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. It really does help me out, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.